Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started.
And we are underway from Mexico City. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
So here are the Commanders making their way out. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Right to the air is Daniels.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now Daniels.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Zach Ertz, the man in motion.
Daniels now to throw on first down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
In motion left goes Jennings.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
Ayuk going to go in motion right. On 4th down, here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game now.
And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your second.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. And here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Dotson in motion right. Now a second down throw for Daniels.
On the catch, it's Crowder.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, 62 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Yeah, looks like they'll move things around here.
19 play.
Daniels going to try and throw for it.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Now Purdy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
2nd and 10.
Once more, here's Eckler. And now off to the races down the right side. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 1-yard touchdown run from Austin Eckler, and the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Purdy bootlegging it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Purdy on fourth down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
A first down throw for Daniels. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Daniels looking to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Purdy off the play fake.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
first down. This is McCaffrey.
He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Purdy now on second down.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They go play action here. Purdy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Dante Fowler able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Austin Eckler who was the star of that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Play action, now Purdy.
And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
There he goes right side.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Purdy.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ayuk going to go in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and now on play action, it's Purdy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about. A lot of different.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's Eckler again, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd down and 8. Here's Daniels.
This is caught. Touchdown.
John Bates.
An 11-yard touchdown.
As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing here, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Purdy on 3rd down.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the 2nd half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Purdy looking to throw.
Open man is Samuel, complete.
And Debo going to have a Niners 1st down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Purdy now to throw.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Gardner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Washington offense set to take over again. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize he's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Mexico City.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. 19 tight. 19 tight. Right there.
To throw is Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
18 Rattler.
Dotson in motion right.
On the give, this is Eckler.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. 3 buzz.
And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. On 1st down, here's Daniels to throw.
Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5.
Touchdown, Washington. Austin Eckler.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Commanders start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got three. Three down. 18, pioneer.
They go play action. Daniels.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stop.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year.
He's got a man, complete. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Purdy.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Motion to the left with Jennings. Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jennings. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants him to finish this.
And my goodness, another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He's got space past the 25. Off to the races. Austin Eckler.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
54, right there, 54 Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go 19 Mike. Check Mike 54, Mike 54. Hey man, watch the boot, Mike 54.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken, because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Purdy. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Shotgun now with Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
He'll get this complete to Sennett, the tight end.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they